Hello and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. Your host tonight, different than other episodes.
It's what you say?
Bob, Cory, and Nick. Todd Dillon is out on special canine assignment this week, but we'll do our best to step in his place. Maybe throw a few sports comments in there.
Nick will be doing most of that.
Yeah.
He's known for taking over the sports when Todd's gone. So
He's heading for 40.
Nick, how are you doing?
Oh, fantastic. And so then there were three. Just how it started. This is going to be interesting. What?
Cory, how are you?
so good. So good.
Yeah, I don't know where that comment, I don't know what to make of that.
This is the three of us started the show, so we know this is never a thing that happens.
Technically, there were four of us that started the show.
Technically, there were two of us who started the show.
Wow, that didn't go anywhere.
Wait. Well, okay, if you want to get real technical.
That didn't go anywhere.
Super technical.
But once it really started taking off and going somewhere,
yeah,
that Phil Anton guy. But
Yeah,
no, because
no,
Joe was there for the first several episodes.
Yeah.
And was swiftly kicked off.
No, I will say this. Technically, there were four. You were right, because it was Danielle.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was on way more episodes than Joe. Joe was like a special guest.
Whatever happened to that picture that...
Right there.
It's hanging up.
No. The one that she hates. It's all of us in a ridiculous... making ridiculous faces. And hers is obviously also ridiculous. And she's like, why is that up there? I'm so stupid at that.
I could have sworn, I think it's that same one.
No, that's not it.
No,
the
one
looks flattering.
The one she really did hate was the one I used for Danielle's word box. Remember that one? The photo of her. And she's like, I don't like that picture. Why did you use that? She was really mad about that picture.
It might be. This is the one. There's one of each of us. And I've got like a helmet on from when I was...
Oh, yeah. That wasn't one of the canvas ones though. I think those were the pictures that you had done for the laugh board or whatever we had going for a little bit.
Yeah, the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Okay. The one that's down over here.
Oh, is it down?
Yeah.
Okay. It's on the floor.
Yeah, that's the one that
behind the television where it belongs.
Because it fell like 150 times.
And we were really keeping up on it too. So,
well,
I mean, after it was such a landslide. There was no use. Parading it around.
Yeah. We can move on. Hey, if you're new to the podcast, thanks for joining us. You can find us out here each and every week. You can find older episodes out on the streaming services. For audio, it's Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, or wherever else you can get a podcast. For the video executive version, I'll call that the executive version for today only. You can find us out on YouTube.
thank you for just today.
Just today only. You can find us on YouTube. You can also see various Nick's fantastic artwork on Instagram, and you can follow us on Facebook, all at Schnozzcast. You can email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, and you can also call or text us anytime, day or night, at 618-SHOCKER.
On the Shocker line, always open, ready for questions, queries, gripes, or bitches.
Any and all of those things.
Or dick pics. Whatever.
You know what?
Mm-hmm. You might get some back.
I'm so glad I don't have that phone. It's not linked to some device I have.
I was just saying, I can't wait until...
Hey, guys.
This might be the episode that the shocker line takes off.
Really takes off.
Next episode, you go to mention the shocker line. Nick's be like, I got rid of it.
What if we open up an OnlyFans account just for our shocker line?
There we go.
Just for the shocker stuff. And it was paid to subscribe. Some people use Patreon, but no, we're going OnlyFans.
Yep.
And we can have.
Why does it sound like you guys are prostituting me?
I think
at the end of the day,
by the admission of you sending dick pics as a response, you're prostituting yourself. We're just piling on. That's all.
I mean, you obviously know the overwhelming response that would happen, so you're just taking advantage of that, I feel.
Look, anything to get our brand out there.
Right.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So I know you have a fidget toy.
Yeah.
And Cory's got. What are your nervous? Let's just officially switch topics over here to like nervous tics.
Pillow sheets.
Pillowcases?
Yeah, pillowcases.
That's not like a nervous tic, though. That's like soothing.
You only do it at night when you're sleeping. Is that right?
Or like laying at home on the couch, yeah.
So anytime you're anywhere near a pillow.
Well, my pillowcase, yes.
Okay.
I never knew why he always specifically asked for my plaid pillow. Can you get me the plaid pillow? And I'm like,
The one with those sweet seams.
and I didn't know why, and it was because he's like,
That was exactly it.
He goes, oh, the seams on are so tight. I love those ones.
There has to be a certain seam to it to get the feeling that
I felt
you're
dirty.
looking
I just
for.
gave him the pillowcase. I'm like, go ahead, dear, use this.
you keep that
Do your
pillow.
thing. It's going right in the wash after you go home. Those tight case seams.
As a matter of fact, I just had to make a trip to Kohl's not last Sunday, the Sunday before.
Finally ran out, just like paper plates.
Do they go scurrying like rats when you start walking into the sheets and pillowcases section? Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm sure they get a little upset though because I have to I have to check. I don't know why the fuck I'm telling you guys this.
Because it's a podcast.
Because he takes them out.
I have to take a lot of the pillowcases out to feel to make sure it's got the right inseam in it. So once I leave that aisle, there's a bunch of pillowcases.
Well, so there must be a brand that generally always, comes through.
It's tough, man. They change all the time. All the time.
So how many of these are you unwrapping before you finally find the one?
As long as it takes, Pop.
Are you just leaving like a huge mound in the middle of the aisle of like open?
They're all taped together really nice inside that cellophane.
Yeah, not anymore.
Just tear it apart. The cardboard's out. Everything's.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's one or two. Sometimes it's 6 or 7.
Have you ever been caught by somebody who works there?
Oh no,
going like, what the fuck are you doing?
I got it. Eyes all around when I'm doing this.
Okay. All right.
For those of you who are listening and don't know, Cory's thing is the corners of really nice pillowcases that he deems nice. He likes to manipulate them with his fingers.
Talk about the specifics of what makes it the perfect pillowcase for you.
So on like a pillow, most of them they come to a point where they meet, and there's an inseam that goes down so they can stitch the pillow together. And that inseam on the inside of the pillowcase, if you place it on your finger and like squeeze it, it gives like a pinching sensation that I find very soothing.
Is it on your thumb?
No, on both my index fingers.
You'll have to show us because I can't really wrap my brain
So does
around
it have to be both at the same time?
No, just one.
Just one. Doesn't matter which one.
No.
If he does both at the same time, he's rock hard. Both one case in each hand.
But when you go to sleep, you're like, are you a side sleeper?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the hand that's above, the top hand that's working the
It doesn't have to be.
But one of your hands is always like finger in the seam.
Oh.
For lack of better terms,
Just come
yes.
up with the episode title, finger in the seam.
Yeah. Is it like Mers Blanky?
I mean, I guess you could correlate it to that.
Okay.
Yeah, but there has to be, because like microfiber sheets or kind of like the Under Armour material sheets.
Yeah.
Those don't have an inseam at all.
There's no tension. It's too loose.
So yeah, you have to.
That's why he liked that heavy duty flannel.
What if you just go to bed with like a chip clip on your finger? Is it do the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Not the same thing. What if you just took a rubber band or a piece of string and just wrapped it around the top of your finger?
Think before you say things. Jesus.
Look, I'm just trying to
chip clip.
What if he was like, "Holy shit, I never thought about that." Do you know how much money that would save me in pillowcases?
It's not that much. And every once in a while, you hit the jackpot of the pillowcase that has the seam on both sides. So you get double use out of it.
Lasts you twice as long.
Yes.
Wow.
Those are rare to find.
How many pillowcases would you say that you've thrown away?
In my 36 years?
Yeah. Because you said
Is it in the hundreds?
You said
yeah.
Is it in the thousands?
No, it's not.
It's in the hundreds?
I mean, it's 36 years. How long does it take you to like run through a pillow?
It's not the pillow. It's
Pillowcase.
The case. Yeah.
4 months.
4 months, right? So that's 3 pills a year for 36.
And what happens to them?
Years. Because you started doing it when you were a fetus.
Hold on. What happens to them?
They end up tearing.
From you manipulating them?
Yeah. Yeah, the seam it'll end up splitting.
And rather than learning how to sew and fixing it, you just throw it in the trash.
I'll send you one. So the next one I go through, because I just recently got rid of all the ones that are all blown out.
Yeah.
But next one I go through, I will take a picture of it and we can put it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah,
And there's no putting it back together.
No going back.
No.
No amount of sewing or repair.
No.
Okay. When you started dating Danielle, because this obviously goes back to your childhood, right?
Oh yeah, ever since I was,
How long?
according to my mom,
Yeah.
as soon as my pacifier was taken away as a kid,
Okay.
that's when I resorted
You
to
were instantly and forever scarred.
by the pacifier being taken away. Apparently,
And now you're hooked on pillowcases.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, like, first of all, I'm wondering a couple things. One, yeah, a lot of things. No, one is, I wonder if other people do this, or this is a Cory specific thing. And two, if there would be a way that you could like pay a company or like a seamstress to do like pillowcase singles, where it would where it would just be like every type of like really good cloth that he likes, and they just are in little, instead of wasting all this fabric, like these little tiny squares with the perfect, sewing exactly how he wants it in the corners, and he just goes through those little pieces and then just throws them out.
I would think it would be easy enough to have someone who knows teach him how to sew.
Yeah.
And then you could probably just buy cheap cloth anywhere and sew it exactly the way you want it to be sewn.
Yes, it could even be like.
And so you're sitting there watching The Office and you're just,
think about
sewing.
Think about it. They could be pocket sized.
Yeah.
You could
You
have
can
one.
take it
So
everywhere.
hang on, because real quick, there's two sides now that I have this. First, I don't think I would be able to recreate what I'm looking for. Like there's however
Cory,
the machine. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't think I'd be able to. Secondly, though, when my grandmother was alive, my dad's mom,
Yeah.
I did have her cut corners out of pillowcases and sew them together so I could have it on the go.
Oh, because you like the corner, the part where there's that hard piece of fabric, like because everything's coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
not just the seam, the corner.
Well, so she would just cut like the little bit out of the seam and the corner of the pillowcase.
Yeah.
And then sew it at the bottom, so it's just like a tiny little square.
Yeah.
With that corner in it
It didn't do it.
Oh no, it did. I
it
absolutely loved it, but again, after a month or so, it ends up getting torn up and.
Yeah, like I'm wondering, like, just think if you got like a small bolt of fabric like that you found that you liked, and just had like mini pillowcases like the size of your phone that you could just have.
Yeah, to recreate the seam though and how it's all stitched.
I'm just trying to help, Cory.
I know,
okay?
I appreciate it, but I'm just saying to recreate that, I don't think I could. It would take years.
I mean, you got nothing but time.
We have to find
You're married now.
Yeah, all the time in the world.
Nothing but time.
we have to find a master seamstress.
I'm just saying it's possible. That's all. So but back to my question: how long after you started dating Danielle did you drop this science on her?
To be honest with you, I really don't know.
Pillowcase science.
Because at some point she had to be at the store with you and go, "What are you doing? And why are we in the pillowcase aisle? Why are you dismantling all of these pillowcases?"
To be honest with you, I think it was something I told her up front about.
Not first date.
No, not first date, but like once we started talking and having those everyday conversations of like, oh, what's your favorite this or favorite? Like I'm actually 99% sure that it was like, oh, like what's a weird quirk about you? And I was like, well, I do this thing with the pillowcase. So I think I was very upfront with. Well, we can double check when we're done.
I want to ask her.
I'm very sure that was the case
because I'm
no
assuming
pun
that her answer. Nicely done. I'm assuming her answer was something along the lines of, "What the fuck did you just say?"
No, I think she was still so enamored at the time that she was like, "Oh, that's cute,
That's adorable."
And now she's like, "Oh my god!" Every time we lay on the couch, he has to have his fucking pillowcase with him.
Wouldn't it have been funny if she was like, "I'm actually the heir to the Serta family fortune."
Dude, if she would have said that she was the heir to the Big One brand of Kohl's pillowcases, then
Big One. That's the brand name.
the Big One, that's their like in-house brand. Yeah.
That's the brand that
So you could,
has the biggest
current,
hit rate, the highest hit rate of potential.
currently right now, yes.
Okay.
257 thread count. the big one.
That's a very specific thread count. Isn't it normally like a round number?
Yeah, like 1,500 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 275.
You said 257.
Oh, did I? No,
was like,
sorry.
oh, that's very
sorry, 275.
Okay, I'm like,
My dyslexia
That's
kicked in
really
there for a
weird.
second.
All right. So
56 and 7.
Yeah, no,
Done.
275.
Done.
That was my bad.
Johnson, come over here. I need you. But I'm only on 250. I don't care.
Stop what you're doing.
Yeah. All right, boss.
So yeah, that's my.
Midge, just do another 1,000 more of those. We need to package them up
Yeah.
for the truck. It's coming on Tuesday. I want to start a Patreon for you where people can donate.
To my pillowcase fund.
Yes,
Just think.
I think so.
They're not fucking cheap either. That's
Well, that's the point. You can't be expected for another 36 years to be going through 3 pillowcases sets a week.
That's
You
not,
can't
not
buy-
a week.
Well, you can't. So can you just buy the pillowcase, or are you buying
Buy
the
two.
whole set?
You buy 2 pillowcases.
So you're buying them in pairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's a question. So are they actually getting cycled onto pillows? Or do they never make it to a pillow?
It depends. If some of them get worn out and it's not too worn out yet, I'll throw them on a pillow.
Because what I'm thinking is that you probably have these pillows with these older pillowcases on them, and you have brand new, state of the art, fantastic design cases.
No, they're not that great.
Wonderfully new pillowcases, constant flow of new pillowcases that are coming into the house that never make it to actual pillows that you're just destroying.
My actual pillowcases are actually very good. They're very new.
And my other question is, do you find yourself trying to manipulate the pillow case that's on the pillow, like the one not reserved for messing with?
No, I used to before I discovered that I could just get my own extra pillowcases and have that.
Yeah.
So it used to always be the corner on the pillow that I would destroy.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was much younger, I would actually just always have my full pillow with me, like when I was sitting in the living room or whatever. But yeah, now that once I grew up and I'm like, oh, I can go buy my own pillowcases, I will just have some dedicated to just that.
Has Danielle ever like, oh, these are nice, like taken a new pillowcase and like put a pillow in it, and you're like, damn it, Danielle, those are mine. Do not put those.
No, the pillowcases she likes are way more expensive than what I would ever get to mess with, and they don't have the right corner to them.
Do you get the pillowcases like for like Christmas and birthday gifts?
You know what? Surprisingly, I have not.
Okay.
But again, because even my mom knows, since this was such a thing that I developed as such a young child, she is very aware that I am very, very particular about the pillowcases. So unless I was there to actually open all those boxes up, yeah, she would
probably just disappointment.
Yeah, she would never try to take a guess to make sure they were okay.
But maybe they give you like a Kohl's gift card with the express purpose of like, hey, this is some pillowcase money. Go spend it. Yeah,
I also don't think that my mom or anyone in my family knows now how many pillowcases I go through. Like I said, once I became an adult, I'm like, I can just go buy my own
whenever I want,
and I can use the shit out of it. And then once it's done, I can just go buy more.
Gap between pillowcases, no, not for this guy.
How much Kohl's cash are you getting in the mail? Probably a lot, huh?
Do they still do that?
Yeah. No, I don't get shit compared to what my mom gets.
Okay,
because it's once every 7 months I'm getting a pack of pillows from there, or pillowcases.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my pillowcase story.
That thank you. That was some finely detailed explanation of the entire
hard hitting journalism.
Absolutely,
very.
The funny thing is, the whole started because I'm like, oh, does anybody else have this nervous tick? Because I tend to crack my knuckles, and this week I cracked one of my knuckles so hard I thought I broke my finger.
That sucked.
Wow.
And that's all I had to say. But that thought birthed 15 minutes of pillow talk.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So you want to take that and write it into TikToks?
Well, we haven't heard. Well, I mean, I guess you kind of answered Nick's with the.
We've covered. We've covered the pillowcase thing in detail as well before. But I just tended to, lump Nick's nervous habits with whatever fidget toy he's got, whether it was the one that he made with a 3D printer, or he's got a chip clip on his finger. See, and
It's an office binder clip, but whatever.
yeah,
Get it right, motherfucker.
Fidgeting is something that is, at least I can comprehend it. I can understand just the nervous energy. But the very specific things like the pillowcases are things that are much more fascinating to me, because I can't. Only you can understand the pleasure that you get from
Oh yeah.
fiddling with a pillowcase. I have no idea.
Like I've physically shown people before too, like what I do, and like Callie's tried for years to. Every once in a while, she's like, "Okay, so show me that again." I'm like, you just do
Trying
this
to understand you,
and she does, and she's like, "I don't like. This isn't doing it." I'm like, "You're not, because you're not doing it right." I'm like, you should feel like it's pinching. She's like, "No, I don't feel anything." I'm like, "Well, then you'll just never get it."
Yeah, I feel like along with the picture, you need to bring in a pillowcase, because I need to see this too.
Oh, I can do that.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I had to grab a drink.
Yeah, no worries. You want to do a question?
Yeah, we can.
Let's do that.
All right.
While I search for the music with one press of the finger, Existential.
All right. So for this episode installment of Nick's Existential question, it's going to be, if you had to be in a tournament that you've never been in, what kind of tournament would you be in and why? See Cory's head poke out of the bathroom, look at it, go like this. He was like, he wanted to hear what it was before he walked in. So yeah, if you had to be in a tournament that you've never been in, what kind of tournament would you pick and why? Let that one marinate for a second. And I'm trying to think too. It's more difficult for me because I'm not into sports.
But the tournament is a broad topic that can cover any activity. That's why I have a lot of questions, because I don't know where to even begin. It could be a cooking tournament. It could be and it could be anything.
Right.
That's let's get a whole bunch of people that all know how to do it, and we'll create a bracket, and we'll do single elimination down to the best one of whoever's doing that thing, whatever that thing is. It could be anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to start with it. I guess it means my answer could be one of like 500 different choices.
I mean, I can go first on mine. I mean,
Okay.
You pretty much hit the nail on the head, but I would love to do something like, Chopped, like the show.
Yeah. I think you're safe in that. I don't think Cory or I were ever going to be saying Chopped.
Yeah,
Or
but
cooking in any way.
But something to where, it doesn't even have to be like on a TV show or anything. Like, that's not what I'm all about. But just the idea of like being able to be given like surprise specialty ingredients and compete to see what you can do with it. I mean, I'm pretty creative, so like the idea of being able to do that and mess around and try and figure something out with whatever ingredients they gave, with the availability of like an entire commercial kitchen, like with anything you possibly need, all the different foods, all the different vegetables and meats and seasoning and an ice cream making machine and all these different cooking. I think that would be like a kid in a candy store for me. That would be amazing. I think that'd be a blast. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could totally see you. Just being so excited to jump in there and do something like that.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude. Just the idea to be like, oh, I could use this and I could use this and I could figure something out with this. I mean, I would like to, basically that was my job for a couple of years, but I would like to do like classes or something, like with a different, like an executive chef or something, and learn more things, that because I'm sure there'd be a lot of stuff in a commercial kitchen that I've never used before, like probably newer equipment and things like that I would never, know how to use.
I'm sure there's plenty of. I mean, that's definitely an option to do. It's a great, like, I won't call it a bucket list thing, but like as you get disposable income, that's a great thing to plan to do. But you could definitely. I don't know how many different websites there are out there that you can pay for like a monthly subscription, or yearly subscription in which you get access to chefs who
Are you talking about the master class?
kind of not necessarily. Masterclass is like sessions that you can get with masters of any discipline, including chefs.
Yeah.
But there might where masterclass may only have like 1 or 2 or 3 chefs that offer a masterclass. There are other cooking websites that probably have far more than that. Where you can, just basically watch video. It's not interactive. It's not like taking a class.
Yeah.
And a masterclass isn't interactive either. You're just getting a lecture, a long form lecture with different things to try. But
yeah, I think that'd be something super cool. Even if like we did it as a podcast, like all of us go to like a fucking couple classes or something of cooking, like just where they had everything set up and taught you how to do shit. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, I think it would be also cool if they would allow us to.
I was just thinking, let us record.
Yeah. We wouldn't have to be a live show or something like that, but just take a whole bunch of different video and then stitch it all together to make, like a
if we brought a couple of the cameras and then with the GoPro, we could get a ton of shit.
Yeah, I would do that.
That'd be sweet. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So if you had to be in a tournament that you've never been in before, what would you pick and why? Mine was something tantamount to the show Chopped, where you're given surprise specialty ingredients and access to a full-size commercial kitchen and everything that entails, and being able to whip something up. I think that'd be cool. Anyone else got one?
So, clarifying question, since Todd is not here.
Yeah.
Does this have to be? It's a tournament that you already have to have some sort of skill in, or something that you. Oh, it could be just.
Yeah, whatever. Something that interests you. Like this would be really cool to be in. Like it could be decathlon or something.
Keep in mind, though, had I said cooking tournament, you guys would have laughed your asses off because I don't have the skills.
Well, that's why I wanted the clarifying question.
Right. So I'm never going to say cooking tournament. If I had.
I mean, if he says like fastest runner or something, yeah, we're all going to start cracking up. Like that's. I mean, you can still want to be.
But if that was an aspiration of mine.
I mean,
that is true.
Okay, all right.
You can have that aspiration, like
sure.
Yep, you can be in a fucking marathon.
I mean, anyone can be in a marathon. It's just a matter of if you finish and when.
When you're meant for feed and not speed.
That's right.
I think I would do like a movie trivia tournament.
Oh, you'd be good at that.
I tend to, if it's trivia at the bar and it's stuff like that. I seem to have, for movies or music, just way too much stuff in my brain that's causing me to forget other things because I can't get this stuff to leave.
That's the excuse? Okay.
That's the excuse.
Hey,
that's
Cory,
what I'm going with.
Let's just hope there's no one in this movie trivia tournament that's better than him. Might not take it too well.
Probably not.
You might go straight to bed.
I might. Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
During COVID, remember that? He was so mad about the music
Left the
trivia.
Zoom call?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta be up early, guys. See you later.
I was saying,
Yeah, I did get a little sour that day.
honestly, because there was that time. There was the other time too, where he just got up and walked. He didn't even end the call.
No, he just walked away.
Was that same night?
No, it was a different.
Okay.
Because it happened.
I hope it's the same night.
No, because we had a lot of those trivia nights. I remember Cory very vocally cracking up, leaning back in his chair and laughing. He's like, Bob just fucking walked away. Because Bob would, you guys would like appeal to me often, without even words most of the time, but you would appeal to me to call it, like say who got it first, who didn't. And that night he was not feeling my call, I don't think. He was like, because I remember he was like
getting the scroogey that
yeah,
night.
he was like did one of these a couple times. He no, let's go. Let's keep going. And it was like 1 or 2 bad calls and he was out. He was done.
As if there was so much riding on the line.
He was done. He was like, I don't know why I fucking hang out with these guys anyhow.
I was drinking.
So much vested into this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny though. It was so great. It's great when all of us can still look back on how ridiculous sometimes we are after a couple pops and just laugh about it because
even
when you think about it yourself, you're like, that was really dumb. Why was I upset about that? You know,
Not being upset, thinking more the night that I fell in the bathtub. I just thought about that a couple nights ago. It's like, fuck, that really hurt.
Twice.
Yeah. Never been in so much pain the next morning when I coughed or when I had that sneeze on the show.
I remember the funniest part about it was he opened his eyes. It was like 3 PM. He's like, why does my side hurt so much? And I'm like, what? I'm like, because when you fell.
I originally thought it was the food. I'm like, because I woke up and it was the same side that was hurting that I was laying on. So I'm like, this stupid futon. I slept all night on this side. It hurts because it's not, a full on mattress.
Yeah.
And then, after Nick informed me about the falling again,
I started laughing. I told him, and he's like, oh, yeah. And then he stood up and, like, stretched, because Cory never wears a shirt to bed, and happened to, like...
One of his ribs was, like, poking out.
Happened to, like, turn around like this, and there's this giant purple welt on his back, and I'm like, oh, my God! And I took a picture of it, and that's when Danielle's like, what did you do to my husband, or my boyfriend, or whatever she said at the time. I think it was
I don't think we were married. Yeah, we weren't married yet.
I don't know if it was fiance or what did you do to my fiance or something, but what did I do? He did it him fucking self. I saved his life.
I saved his life.
It goes up on you're at 19 saves now or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you could have had fucking...
Was that an open water save? Was there water in the tub?
The bathtub was not running, so I do not consider an open water save.
Just think about it, buddy. I put the kibosh on having Lori Clark walk in there and help you. Nakedly help you. That could have been with you forever.
I think I would prefer Lori.
I'm sure you would have.
That probably makes one of you.
Probably, but
it was a sad state of affairs.
Oh well.
Speaking of thinking about stupid things from the past, last night Nick mentioned to me. I can't remember what I said, but he came back with a comment about my attorney.
Oh, the one you got the letter from?
Yeah. Yeah, which always makes me chuckle because it only happens like maybe once or twice a year, and it'll be like apropos of nothing. I don't see it coming, and all of a sudden, and he drops it. And I'm just like, what?
Cory, Cory,
yeah.
He told us last night that he lost a friend, a coworker. So he was telling me last night that he's getting emails from a lot of people that still don't know this person has passed.
Yeah.
Asking this person for, hey, I need an answer to this, Filbert, and he said he's constantly having to reply to these people and like break the bad news. And I said, oh, you're like the secretary of the tax person. And he's like, what? And I'm like, the secretary that had to write your ass a letter to say, I'm sorry, but your tax person is dead. He's like, yeah, I guess I am that person. I'm like, yeah. And then he chuckled for a while, and I was like, what's so funny? And he's like, I just love when you bring up the tax story. I never remember it, and you don't know what's going to resonate with people and what's going to stick and what's not. You just throw things, these wet napkins at the wall and hope some of them stick.
That's right.
And he's like, it's so funny to me because you always throw me a curveball on that one.
Well, it was a really weird day too when he brought that up to us. I'll never forget.
What was what? Just because I brought that up, or
well, no, because like you started out like. And this isn't obviously word for word by any means, but like you turned to us and you're like, guys, I got some bad news today. And we're like, holy shit! Like,
really very personal.
Like, what's going on, man? And you're like, I got my mail and I opened it up and there's this like formal letter and and we're like, oh, okay, yeah.
What's happened?
It's like, oh, we regret to inform you, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on, and
you're really stringing this out.
I read through it, and the accountant I use for my taxes passed away.
Yeah, and you were really like somber.
Yeah, we're like,
sorry,
man.
Sorry
like,
to hear. Guess you'll have to go with J.G. Wentworth.
Yeah,
now?
I've been using this guy for a while, and it just sucks.
I remember I go, sorry. I was like, sorry about that, but like neither of us knew how to react to it because we weren't sure. So I'm like, we were really close.
Yeah,
I remember he was like, no.
There was no connection here. There was no connection to this guy whatsoever. Yeah, for the fact that he did your taxes, you never thought about him otherwise.
No, not once.
Yeah, so. when you were so broken up about receiving this news, I think Nick and I were both very taken back by like, wow,
Cory,
we thought for sure that you were losing your house because something terrible happened.
Right.
Remember, and he was like, no. And we were like, I remember Cory was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll just move past that.
Yeah. I mean,
I remember because he had that look like, oh, I got something for the show. I got something for the show. This is like he really, I don't know if he thought it was really going to go somewhere. Like I want to tell this on the, you had that like, I want to tell this on the show.
It's been too long. I don't really remember
like I said,
how I approached it.
What I got was he was very broken up by it.
He seemed very somber.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But it was a lot of buildup too. And I was like, okay. And
that's the way a dead accountant story should always start, with a lot of buildup, a lot of anticipation and tension.
We regret to inform you.
Yeah.
So
you don't never want to get one of those regret to inform letters.
Did you call her? Nancy, thank you so much for that letter. It was very heartfelt. I would have never known. I would have never known. Come tax season, when he didn't answer, I would have thought he was busy.
Oh, that was the part of the story.
Will you frame it?
No, but I kept it because he had passed, and I'm like, well, couldn't bring myself to throw it away. It was like,
he didn't have an
by
opportunity
throwing it away,
to go to the viewing, so he's like, I'm gonna hang on to this.
And it had happened like months previously.
This could have been me.
I had no idea.
I was going to say, it probably happened way before you ever got that letter.
It was like an August, September letter, and he had passed away like during tax season, or like I'd already got my
No, not during tax season.
Were there little dried up teardrop stains all over the letter?
By throwing it in the garbage, it would have been tantamount to me basically stating to the world that I don't give a fuck about this guy. And I couldn't bring myself to... Well, I don't need to, but I don't need to announce it.
You're not announcing it.
Throwing
it in the trash.
Hang on. We're going to fix this right now. What was his name?
John the tax guy.
John the tax guy. Yeah, you clearly cared about him, buddy.
Yeah, right in the trash, bud. You can go right in the trash.
He's a good man, John.
Bob gets on the phone the next day. Hey, I'm so sorry for your guys' loss. Who do I forward my taxes to this year?
Nancy, you there? Yeah. I'm so torn up about hearing about John. I mean, those 2 times we talked about my W-2s. those really hit close to home.
The way he signed his signature on my forms was just impeccable. I don't know what I'm going to do.
How do I e-file now? How do I e-file? That's what I want to know.
Dude, I'm sorry. A company that's sending out death notices about their accountant,
they're not e-filing
shit. If you're still sending
that's
out,
why he liked them. This guy died of natural causes. You know how old this man was?
Bob wants to continue to go to the Dunder Mifflins of the world.
Bob's like,
right.
When you got your taxes done by John, he did your taxes, okay? Like, this is an old school paper.
There's no like 90% done, 95% done. John did them 100% all
handwritten.
Every year.
I know John licked that fucking seal himself.
College
and
rule.
Closed that
Some
envelope.
people use a sponge and they're like, yep.
That was John's DNA on that envelope.
I've never seen someone
tongue to each and every return.
I've never seen anyone use calligraphy to write out W-2s.
Yeah.
John, I gave you a copy of my W-2. Well, we have to rewrite it out. This is how I was taught.
I get the loop on the W.
Well, when you telegrammed it over to me, I couldn't read.
How many shillings did he charge you to do the taxes?
It was he charged me 6 pence.
He come
just
around
give me a couple of farthings.
He come around with a big top hat and turned upside down. It's like, just 6 pence for the taxes this year.
And I'd go plink, and then that would be it.
And the part we're completely leaving about this entire story, the next year when Bob filed with someone better, he got a way better tax return.
Was there a dog that was caught in the microphone for
a
second?
That was a little burp. That was a little burp I had coming out.
Trying to claw its way up.
Yeah, it did. Through
the esophagus.
Yeah, it got up there.
It got right up there. Cory's always making
There we go.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
At least it's not the gum chewing.
All right, so did everybody answer the question?
No, Cory didn't.
No, okay, so the tournament thing. So, I mean, I'd like to say like poker, and to have potentially win a bunch of money. But if we're not going off like an actual skill that I currently have by any means, I would love to go back and be in another old school hockey tournament.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna say like a play or something. I'm like, wait, what?
No. I hockey tournaments, even at a minor level, they were just exciting. It was the build up to who was gonna win the entire thing, and those were moments I'll never forget.
Plus, you'd have Andy Marintet in the stands. So,
yeah, my biggest fan.
Do you think if we didn't have the podcast going every weekend that you would try to fill that with like picking up hockey again?
No, he wouldn't.
No, I mean, as we've talked about previously,
Sure.
I've actually looked into it. I'd have to buy all new gear and shit because that's all old and moldy and disgusting now. And
Yeah.
but
Plus all the weight you put on.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Nick. So,
well, you didn't get any taller. I know Todd's
all
not
that
here,
weight to
so.
the feet too. So,
Yeah.
brand new skates.
I mean, it wouldn't be horribly expensive, but no, if I get back into like a Tuesday night league or even like Wednesday night, something like that, I'd absolutely love to do it. But even at that, there would obviously be no tournament situation in beer league hockey. But
We can put you in a tournament. We can set that up.
Dude, we could sponsor your team.
the Schnozzcast kid?
Yes. We could get Schnozzcast jerseys. Oh my God. This is
Well,
actually a really good idea.
I hope this is coming out of your guys' pocket.
It's certainly not
figure
coming out of
something
mine.
We'd figure something out.
Todd and Bob as
I
the
said,
patriarchs
since-
of the show.
Since Todd's not here this episode, I guess we're gonna have to hit him on.
Yeah, I'll send him a bill.
Yeah. Hey, Todd. Itemize it.
Here's your manifest.
13 grand for what?
Don't worry about it.
we got
It's all podcast.
We got some new stuff for the podcast.
Yeah.
Todd
You're
is
gonna
actually
love it.
It's a lot of hockey equipment.
Yeah.
Todd is the official owner of the Schnozzers.
No, you can't do that. Can you do that? That's not really getting our name out there. It's hard enough to spell. We don't need to be,
That's true. Yeah.
abridging it.
I mean, I think we'd have to go with our logo right on the jersey and straight Schnozzcast.
I think so.
You know who would probably donate? Jason Thomas.
That would get us a pair of skates.
Yeah, he might. He might. He would do a fish fry for us.
He would do something if we'd put like Uncle Ray's somewhere on the side of the jersey.
It'd have to be like underneath the arm, like right here where no one can see.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on the inside label of the jersey, Jason. That's where we got
if
Uncle
he
Ray's.
was he's definitely sponsored sports teams before, right?
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, but
Divine Child and all that. Yeah, of course he has.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just think about it. We could reach out to Fireball Whiskey, get a little Fireball logo on one
Oh, I
part.
meant to tell you guys. The one of the podcasts we follow, Beer Man Beer.
Yeah.
Apparently, they are now they just posted something on Instagram.
you mean the Beer Man podcast?
Yeah, Beer Man Beer podcast. Yeah.
There's a couple,
it?
Cory.
Okay.
There's like a newer one that follows us now that's been in the room a couple times.
Oh
Okay.
yes. That not that one. This is
Beer Man.
Beer Man Beer.
Yeah.
I think Gina might have turned us on. to
Yeah,
them.
that's the Beer Man podcast.
Yeah. So after having been at podcasting for 4.5 years, they're now finally being sponsored by Manscaped officially.
Really?
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
So we still have another year and a half then, if that's the benchmark.
I have no idea what their followers are, how many episodes, how many followers they're getting, how many downloads per episode.
Uh-huh.
I don't know any of that stuff. But we might want to reach out to them just to say like, hey, how did you do it?
Yeah, that'd be a smart move.
Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
Beer Man podcast, 2,800 followers.
Right. That's the number of followers, but like number of downloads per episode.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that's the litmus test for getting a sponsorship.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to him.
I think so. So, did we do no, we didn't even do this yet.
Are you ready?
Can't forget Todd's theme.
Are you ready?
He's with us in spirit.
Are you ready?
You tell me when, and I'll just dial this back down.
You can go ahead whenever you want.
All right, here we go.
All right. So our first TikTok today. This just kind of made me think about the times that we're out on the river, and I know around here this could not happen, thankfully.
Yeah.
But being close to a riverbank in other countries and places that you might not be too sure about, this is a warning for you.
Round, round, fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. I fuck around, round, I fuck
What the?
Jeez.
Yeah. So could you guys imagine?
Why is he standing that close?
I feel just for the demonstration of the video.
Fuck that. Those gators gator or croc, whatever it is,
I think that's a
Probably
gate.
It could be a crocodile.
can absolutely very, very quickly jump up on shore and run.
Quite fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the original caption says, "If you can't see the bottom, don't go into the water." And then he proceeds to throw like a rock or something into the water. And as you can see here, this is what happens.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking close. He's like probably 10 feet.
Yeah, that's a crocodile. They have a narrower snout.
Yeah, he was pretty confident that in what he was doing. Apparently, I definitely wouldn't be doing that. But
Fuck that. Yeah.
That's why I love Michigan.
yeah, exactly. Not having to worry about that.
Yeah, not worrying about sharks and fucking venomous snakes and all kinds of fucking shit.
All right, so let me get the next one up here for you guys. This is another
Croc video.
Crikey.
no, but so you guys know me and my fear of heights.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Nick knows about it. You seem to call him on it every time he brings it up.
I mean, yeah, there's certain things that we've discussed in the past that, like, as far as safety harnesses and all that, with that on, I wouldn't be as afraid of heights.
Yeah.
The idea of being able to tumble over a tall building or parking structure to my demise does scare me, and my knees tend to get a little weak. My balls kind of go up in my stomach, and I want to get a low center of gravity.
He sinks to the ground very slowly. It's very funny.
Yeah. So when I came across this video the other day, right away I was like, whoa, and I just felt those balls go right up.
Got it.
And I'm like, because this would be, first of all, why this person's doing this is beyond me. It looks like they're probably about, I don't know, 100 stories up in the air. Would you guys say?
I can't even see what that is. So
So
that's the ledge, and then to the left of the ledge is like looking
ground
down at the street.
But this is what happens.
no.
Wait, what? Oh, he was tied off.
He grabbed onto something at the last second.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Let's play that again.
Yeah, because he's not tied to anything.
There was something there that he grabbed onto.
But it didn't look like, it looks like both of his hands were to the left. So what did he grab on?
I have no clue, but again, this is, look how far you would have fucking fallen.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he's.
Oh, dude, you that's death without question.
You know, the crazy part is that there are hundreds and hundreds of videos just like this of people doing stupid shit on the top of tall buildings with no harness or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've seen other ones, like people doing like backflips on ledges that high,
Yeah.
and like they land and their 1 foot goes. And I'm like, oh my god, like, and you were doing that for what? Just to get that video?
Some of them, yeah. That's crazy. It makes me. I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But that was a great video, Cory.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So to leave you guys with a little better video at the end here, a little more humorous. Our two favorite guys from SNL.
Okay.
This is one of their newest skits that they recently played.
A student in Texas who is nicknamed White Lightning set a high school record by running the 100-meter dash in 9.98 seconds. Coincidentally, people call me White Lightning because I also finish in under 10 seconds.
Doctors in Iowa have confirmed a dog disease that can be passed on to humans. Fine, I'll wear a condom. Oh, wow.
Okay. A new report finds that as people move into formerly wild areas of Africa, human activity is disrupting chimpanzee culture. Incidentally, chimpanzee culture is also what my grandpa calls hip-hop. Why?
So I think I've told you guys this before, but I don't know if Cory knows, but that is, you know whose brother that is, right?
Which one?
The white guy.
No.
Casey Jost from Impractical Jokers. That's
yeah. I think we talked about
that's
that.
his brother, yeah. Which is weird. That's crazy. It's so weird.
I mean, they're both good in show business, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep. But only one of them's married to Scarlett Johansson.
Seriously?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He
Did
is?
you not know that?
He currently is.
Currently. They have a child.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know who the hell she was married to before, but that obviously didn't work out. And then, they, I think they met at some SNL related thing. And
what the fuck?
They are husband and wife.
I don't know if I can watch those videos anymore now. God damn it.
Those videos?
Yeah.
I would think you should be a lot more fascinated now with those videos going like, let me
Fuck
see
him.
what this guy's got going on that would attract Scarlett Johansson.
I mean, good for him, man. That's
ScarJo.
Jesus Christ. I did not know that.
And guess what their baby's name is?
That I don't necessarily care about, but what is it?
Cosmo.
Oh, that's
Cosmo?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess they're not
Kramer's actual first name.
I guess they're not both totally sane, so.
No.
On that Seinfeld show that you love so much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, his first name was Cosmo.
Thank you again for reaffirming.
By the way,
I didn't know if you saw that episode.
That episode was
before.
actually hilarious. You should actually go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'll do that tonight.
All right.
We
got him on board. Good job, Bob.
That's the first thing I'm going to do when I get home.
All right, let's wrap it up, fellas. That's the Schnozzcast for the week. On behalf of Todd Dillon, who wished that he were here, we'll see you next weekend.